Today we will show you how to cook over an open flame. Long before there were ovens, there were fires. And people have been using fires to cook their food for as long as anyone can remember. So, today we're going to show you how to cook a good meal without using an oven. I'm going to show you how to cook spaghetti, which is a really nice, easy meal to make when you're camping. The pros and cons of cooking over an open flame compared to cooking over a camping stove is that it can take a little longer, and you have to be more careful about timing. You can't just make a fire and put a pot on to boil. You need to make the fire ahead of time and wait for it to get bigger. Another con is that you never know the exact temperature of the fire. Yet, there's a nice feeling of satisfaction when you make a meal over the fire that you made yourself.
So now I'm going to talk about how to cook and make sure your fire is ready. To see how to make a fire, go to our YouTube channel and check out our first video on how to make a campfire. Very useful. Okay, so let's get started. Now that you've made your campfire, you're going to let it burn down. Now you're doing it so that your pot doesn't fall over and that that whatever you're cooking will get equal amounts of heat. That way it will cook thoroughly and easily, because you don't want to cook something on a campfire and only half of it cooks, because then there's possibility of you getting sick. Now you want to make sure your fire is really hot. You see, if you look down here, you see it's bright orange. Now that's where your embers are. The more embers you have, the better it is. Our fire is starting to die down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another log, just to make sure that we have adequate heat throughout our entire fire, so that when we cook our spaghetti, it's nice and it's good to eat.
When you're cooking over an open flame, one of the important things to do with your pot is put a layer of soap on the bottom of it. You can use a bar of soap like this one, or a bottle of dish soap. You want to just make sure that you get a nice, even coating, so that this way, when the fire hits the pot, when it turns it black, it'll be easy to rinse it off later. Make sure you put it on all the sides and on the bottom, and don't get any on the inside.
Besides cooking a meal on wood in a fire, you can also put on a metal grill that you put over the fire. Many established campgrounds will have this on their fire.
Alright, now we're going to check to see if the water is boiling.
Boiling. Make sure that adults are checking this, again, not children.
And you should make sure that it's at a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes, just in case to kill any parasites. Alright, when it's boiling, you're going to put in whatever you're cooking. In this case, spaghetti or fettuccine, same thing. And you, from this point on, act like you're just cooking over a regular stove, except be very careful not to burn yourself. So you open up the box, have someone else lift up the lid. Ready?
So now we're just going to start stirring in our pasta. Make sure it's all in the water. See any burn parts? You just pluck them out.
Alright. When you're going to take your pot off of the fire, you want to be very careful not to burn yourself. If your pot has a handle, you should use an oven mitt or a bandana wrapped around your hands many times to insulate yourself. And make sure that you soak it in water first. Or if you have one of these nifty little devices that just grabs onto the edge here, you clamp it down, and you can lift it up. But since it has a handle, I'm going to use this. Now that it's off the fire.
So now we're going to dispose of our water, aka draining the pasta. We're just going to use our top, put it on the edge, slowly pour the water. Okay. As you can see, our pasta is perfectly drained, and we're away from where we cooked, so now we don't have to worry about rodents and other things. Now that our pasta is ready, it's time to just enjoy it and eat it all up. Time to eat.
Uh-oh.
Evenly.
This is on fire.
See that one down, hanging out the fires why you want to do it really quickly? Don't eat
It's
that.
all, yeah, they're all on. Yeah, you gotta do that.
They're all a little bit crispy. We like our noodles crispy.
Just 2 more on fire.
Yeah, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of iron in your meal.
Yummy.
Really good.